rare interview with André 3000, best known as one half of the legend. Anthony Mason tells us when André dropped a surprise record back in November, his new musical direction wasn't exactly what the people expected.
Yeah. André 3000 was trying out a new instrument, a Chinese gourd flute. Where did you find it?
On Etsy.
You go shopping for flutes?
Yeah. Sometimes like the algorithm will send you ads for like flutes now, and sometimes they're actually dope. So yeah, it's like I actually love it now. Like I want to know more about it.
Here at Rick Rubin's Shangri-La Studios in Malibu, one of the most influential rappers in hip-hop recorded his new instrumental album. The first song on New Blue Sun is titled, I Swear I Really Wanted to Make a Rap Album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
Even on the artwork, it says no bars. So if you're disappointed, man, like I don't know what else I could do.
We have been waiting 17 years for this to release a new album. And it's all flute?
Many were, to say the least, surprised.
I don't like that people are upset a little bit about it.
What do you think they're upset about?
If I were waiting for a thing for 17 years, a certain thing that I'm looking for, and something else shows up, I would probably be upset too.
This is how you know the white people are winning. Y'all done turned André 3000 into Jaffe.
To be a rapper, you gotta be rapping.
Yeah.
I haven't been rapping, like I don't hang around the studio, I don't sit and try to rap every day. Like when I was younger and that's all I did. I miss those times a lot, but it's like life changes, life moves on.
Almost every moment we weren't talking, André was playing the flute. This was actually your first flute?
Yeah, this was the first one, Guillermo.
He has a collection of some 30 woodwinds now. I would imagine now it's hard to take a walk without one.
It is. I mean, I've gotten so used to it. I kind of have a muscle memory of holding it. So when I don't have it, like I'm trying to find something to do with my hands, and I end up putting them in my pockets,
You also get to travel with your own soundtrack.
Yes, exactly. Like when I'm walking with people, that's what they say, like, oh man, I feel like I'm in my own movie. Like, nice.
What did you like in the sound?
There was a humanness, there was an immediacy.
André's quick to remind you he's not a trained musician.
Like I don't even know what notes I'm playing, so every move for me is new, which is kind of crazy, but it feels great to do it because when you find things, you're like, oh, it's like a reward for searching.
But you have a history of kind of finding your own way with instruments.
Yeah, I think that's a hip hop thing, to be honest, because hip hop, you immediately, take something in and put it back out.
André Benjamin helped create the Southern hip-hop scene after he met Antoine Patton in high school in East Point, Georgia. As André 3000 and Big Boy, they became Outkast, the biggest crossover rap group in history. Their 2003 album, Speakerbox, The Love Below, won the Grammy for Album of the Year and is now the best-selling hip-hop album of all time. But as hip-hop marked its 50th anniversary this year, André turned down every invitation to celebrate. You didn't feel the urge or desire to?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily like looking back, and I wouldn't want to be in a place where I'm doing it on just because I'm trying to meet an expectation. Like,
right.
I didn't get into Outkast for that,
Yeah.
We were just kids, like, trying to see how far we could take it.
You went a lot further than a lot of people thought.
Yeah. When people ask me about, like, a rap album, man, I would love a rap album. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I want to be with you when I'm really on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why do you think you're not on it?
That I have no idea. I write down ideas and lyrics all the time.
You do?
And maybe I hadn't found a music that's inspiring enough for me to want to write raps to, or maybe I got to find a new way to rap. If I don't feel like I'm doing something, it don't matter to me.
When you say doing something, what do you mean exactly?
affecting something, moving something, saying some truth, revealing something, like destroying something. Like it gotta move a needle. Like our power came from exploring.
It's what artists do. I mean, if they exhaust something and they need to go somewhere else.
It's a good thing you said the word exhaust something. Maybe that's it. Maybe I exhausted a thing. And sometimes you have to kind of try something else.
He says he has creative seasons and creative slumps.
And then you kind of feeling like the worst person in the world sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like when you in that valley, ooh, it don't feel good.
No.
But you always know when you're gonna climb up. You know, so
are you telling yourself that while you're in the valley?
Yeah, I am, but I'm not really listening. You know, because when you're in the valley, you don't want to hear that.
Talking to André 3000, you get the sense his greatest challenge isn't meeting fans' expectations, but his own.
It's very scary, man. It's very scary to be me.
It is?
It's very scary, man, because you don't know what's coming. And not even that, you got a whole 30 years of music ahead of it, you know, so
yeah.
I think the audience is important, but I don't think catering to an audience is important at all.
If it's scary to be you, how do you deal with that fear?
I don't have a choice. You just keep making things you enjoy, and that's kind of like the perfect place to be, you know?
Anthony Mason, you did it again.
It's a
I love
beautiful-
how he thinks.
That was good. You can't not love how he thinks. I think it's a beautiful meditative album, just not the album a lot of people expected or many people wanted. And he knows that. And I think he tried to prepare people for that. But
how long has he been playing the flute?
He's been playing the flute, I think, for about 6 years, but it really goes back. He got interested in the saxophone because he got interested in Coltrane. That led him to woodwind instruments, and it's been a slow evolving thing. He met a guy out on the West Coast named Carlos Nino, who's an instrumentalist who works with a lot of people, and he kind of pulled André 3000 into his community. He's got a whole community of musicians who worked on this album with him. It was, I mean, it's interesting because he was never a freestyle rapper, but he is a freestyle flautist, if you will.
For sure.
All of this was composed in the studio, you know, spontaneously. And
he's so comfortable in his own skin, and I love that
Spot on.
you know, all the expectations that people have. You said it's exhausting trying to meet that. He's meeting his own.
I
love him.
I love when he says, I don't even know what notes I'm playing. He's
Yes.
a classically trained musician. He's just hearing it. That is genius.
You know, André 3000 verse is the most coveted verse in all of hip-hop. When he lands on a track and starts rapping, hip-hop loves it. It goes crazy, which means he could demand whatever he wants financially.
Right.
For him to be so secure in himself
Yes.
and know that I am so self-aware that I get that you want me to rap, but I'm comfortable where I'm at, so I'm good. Man, that's powerful.
I think
Don't
it's
you
also...
think he's going to do at least one more?
You want to
When he's
believe
ready.
that, and he
When he's
keeps
ready.
saying he's up for it. But this is a guy who clearly understands that he pushed some boundaries, and as he said, if I can't push the boundaries, why am I going to do it?
In that interview, he said something that we haven't heard in a long time, that he still writes raps down.
Yeah.
And you pull something out that made a lot of hip-hop fans happy. That was great. Great stuff.
Really great.